Good morning, wrestling fans. Today is November 22nd, 2023. It's Wednesday. You know what that means. And luckily, this morning for today's episode of 360 Good Morning Wrestling Fans, it is not raining today. So hopefully you can hear me a lot better without all the rain in the background, even though this rude car is driving by now very rudely, even though people are hosting podcasts on their phones as they're walking to work. I don't know why people are so rude, but they just drive by, don't care if you're hosting a podcast on your phone or not. And like I said, tonight on 360, on tonight's new episode of 360 Wrestling Fanatic, I should say, I'm going to be talking about Thanksgiving tradition for AEW, and that is to have Dynamite live tonight on TBS from the Wintrust Arena in Chicago, or the Wintrust Arena. Is that one of those arenas that's actually in Chicago, or is it just in the surrounding area of Chicago? Like, I know the Sears Center, or now it's the Wintrust Arena. It's actually in Hoffman Estates, Illinois, so it's kind of like one of those things like here in Detroit back in the day, even back when WCW or WWE used to run at Joe Louis Arena, well, Little Caesars Arena at the time. They used to say Detroit anyway, even though they were at the Palace of Auburn Hills. So I'm sure it is probably one of those things. Tonight on Dynamite, we have, it was announced by Tony Khan that we are going to have an AEW Continental Classic Selection Special tonight on all the social media challenges, or challenges, all the social media from AEW. So I'm guessing Instagram, X, YouTube, Twitter, or both X and Twitter are the same now, but Facebook, all that good stuff. And they're going to announce all the matches, all 12 competitors that will be in the tournament. They all will be announced tonight. And if for some reason you missed the World's End pay-per-view last Saturday, it was announced by the Ring of Honor World Champion Eddie Kingston himself that every match that he is in the tournament, he will be defending both of his championships. So no matter, like, pretty much who wins, I guess, will become a new Triple Crown champion. I'm guessing since Eddie Kingston announced that he will defend both of his championships, the Ring of Honor World Championship and the NJPW Strong Open Weight Championship. Sorry about that. For a second, I forgot which NJPW title he has. As I take a quick sip of Cinnamon Toast Crunch latte there. And I just want to say, so I'm guessing That's going to be the whole show. Since it says it's streaming the same night, so is that going to be the whole show, just the selection? Here we go. Tonight we see that Christian Cage, the leader of the patriarchy, the patriarch Christian Cage, will rechristen Luchasaurus and Nick Wayne. Apparently that will take place tonight on Dynamite, as well as the first match of the Continental Classic, which we do not know yet, but we know that Mark Briscoe will be competing in it. Obviously, the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson, and as I have already talked about, the Ring of Honor World Champion and NJPW Strong Openweight Champion, Mark Briscoe, or Eddie Kingston, will all be competing in this star-studded tournament. And that is all tonight. AEW Dynamite, 8 p.m. Eastern on TBS. Like I said just a little bit ago, this has become AEW's kind of Thanksgiving tradition. Like how back in the day, I'm sure you remember, WWF always used to run the Survivor Series around Thanksgiving time, back when it was on Thursdays when I was a kid, and we used to have Thanksgiving off from school. That was definitely one of the most things that I looked forward to the most for the Thanksgiving holiday. I mean, I know most people these days, they look forward to the food, the turkey, and everything like that, but for me, it's more exciting for the Survivor Series, of course. Like I said, at the time, SmackDown was on Thursday nights. And I just want to say real quick, in case you're not aware yet, this Continental Classic Tournament, so far, what I know about it is, sorry about that, I had to take another sip real quick. And what I know about it so far is that it seems like it's pretty much AEW's version of the G1 Climax tournament and a round-robin tournament, which will be concluding December 30th at the new World's End pay-per-view. And like I said, with Full Gear Sunday, the announcement of Will Ospreay signing with New Japan Pro, or signing with All Elite Pro, or I can't talk for some reason, but Will Ospreay signing with All Elite Wrestling now instead of Impact. And he did bring up the fact that Tony Khan does have a working relationship with New Japan, so he would still be able to work select dates. For example, Tony Khan could definitely give him some time off to go over and work the G1 and give him that time off so he can go over there, work the tournament, and then come back to AEW and certain shows, the big shows like Wrestle Kingdom and other ones like that. So far, this deal with Will Ospreay appears to be definitely a good deal for AEW. And that is all for this Wednesday episode of 360 Good Morning Wrestling fans. And I definitely hope to be back later tonight for a new episode of 360 Wrestling Fanatic. I apologize for having to sip my cinnamon toast crunch latte so much that I have here. And hope everyone comes back for 360 Wrestling Fanatic tonight. And remember, you can leave your thoughts and your opinions on tonight's Dynamite in the comment section, either right here on Spreaker, YouTube, or whichever podcast website or app you listen to on, in the comment section, and just let me know what you thought about the show tonight. Whether you loved it, whether you hated the show, whether just whatever you want to say about it in the comment section, either right here on Spreaker or YouTube. The choice is yours. Wherever you listen to the podcast at, you can leave your comment. And like I said, I hope to be back here tomorrow morning for a new episode of 360 Wrestling Fanatic. But until then, have a great pro wrestling day.